Saturday in October. A simple name and a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteers offense will get first crack at it here. After missing out for more than a decade on the celebratory Stogies, it's becoming a tradition when Tennessee beats Alabama in Neyland. Light up the cigar, throw the goalpost in the Tennessee River. And I think we forget that this was a pretty compelling and dramatic back-and-forth game.
It was a great game, and a lot of mistakes, a lot of fumbles and interceptions, and it wasn't clean. It was a little bit sloppy. The only thing I remember, Jesse, is Dylan Sampson owning the game late in the football game. And I'm going, this is the Crimson Tide. Like, Alabama getting ran on late, and Tennessee really took that game.
Yeah, I mean, it was sloppy from Tennessee. You had mentioned the turnovers. They turned it over 3 times in that game, and Josh Heupel, I think, in the second half just got to a point where he said, we're just going to run the ball. And in the end of the day, it was Tennessee dominating on the ground, over 200 yards rushing. That was the difference. It'll be interesting to see if they can run the ball in this one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him, and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Quarterback on the keeper. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
To throw, it's Aguilar. Swings it out to the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Lewis. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He's got the back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Creates a little room. There he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. South Carolina somehow, some way, found a way there in Columbia and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pulls it in, it's Horton. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion, whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Vols can really attack on this 2nd and short. Might as well stick with him. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. He's got the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vols! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Gets it out quickly. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Rush is on him. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Vols will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Motion from the back. To the air, it's Aguilar. Swings it out to his running back. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to go up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, get them tackled.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this 1st half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Georgia is getting throttled right now inside Sanford Stadium. And frankly, it's been that way since the crowd started barking during the opening kick. They're trailing by 21 to Ole Miss. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. No, they don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Williams. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Got his man out of the backfield. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's send the tight end in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Looking for a big gain. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll run it from the gun. Makes him talk to the hand. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turning it on. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Tide and Vols. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Tennessee plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Vols will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Bama! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, they're after him. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Here comes that Alabama offense. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
So here is the Tennessee offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man. It's Thomas. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Matthews. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Volunteers are on the move. Right back to the well. Runs through a tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Matthews. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Touchdown, Volunteers! A great catch and run for 6. Football time in Tennessee is all Big Orange right now as the Vols have built a big lead.
And you can hear the Tennessee fans, and they're yelling Rocky Top at the top of their lungs. Tennessee's got it going. Jesse, later in the game, second half, this is right where they wanted to be.
I just think momentum's a real thing, and they've been able to ride that momentum here in the second half. When plays have presented themselves, they've taken advantage of those opportunities, and that's why Rocky Top is pulling away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by a field goal over LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires left. A strike downfield. It's a seam wide open. The tag. Touchdown, Alabama. And here they come almost all the way back.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Now to make make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And the Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here comes the offense on second down. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Fires to the middle. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bernard. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And now on second down for this offense. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They go to the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Running the red zone, it's Miller. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Let's it fly. Touchdown Tide. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field and getting the big touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Newton. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. On the ground, it's Baker. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in the position to win.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Volunteers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try to sneak it. Touchdown Vols! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Nevada. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. With the catch, it's Bernard. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Cuevas. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Throw to the end zone, picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Tonight it's Tennessee who will celebrate its victory throughout the Volunteer State as they have turned back the tide to lay claim to this rivalry once again. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.